Hey, what's up, guys? Matt Shiflett with AmericanMadeExotics here. We got a clutch to cut today, and we're out here in the baby room. We got some friends over there watching us and stuff. They want to see this clutch too. It looks like they're almost all the way out the egg. It is a Trojan Pastel. We bred to a Tristripe Hypo and a Tristripe. So, wouldn't normally do something like that, but we got the Hypo Tristripe going, and I'm planning on keeping these anyways. So I figured it wouldn't hurt. Some of them possibly could be hypo as well. And coincidentally, now that we've done it, I think they've come out with the shed test for the hypo. So hopefully we got the sex ratio to found a good project. As you can tell, you had one egg that went bad in incubation. And I don't pull them apart if they're stuck. I tried to, and it was pretty stuck. So we just left it. I've never had a bad egg make a good egg go bad. This thing's all the way out. You can see the het tri-stripe in this. That reduced back. Hopefully good sex ratio here. So that's a male. And this is the first clutch we've hatched of Trojans too. So I assume that's the Trojan Pastel right there. It's at least het tri-stripe, hopefully Pastel Hypo. And that was a boy too. So we'll have to shed test them because we have some visual tri-stripes that are het hypo. That would be really nice to breed one of these two to get the Trojan into the project. But hopefully we get some girls and we can found a good project. I'm gonna assume that's another one. Pastel Trojan. Het tri-stripe. Pastel Hypo. And I've never hatched a Trojan baby, so I'm wondering. It's very, very light. But a lot of times the multi-recessive hets, it can definitely influence the pattern. Okay, so that probably answers that because that's the regular Trojan right there. So then this one would be probably a normal because that's very bright. You can see it on the head if you can see it, how light his head is. Very light, the Trojan head. And that's the non-pastel. So that's cool. That's the first one I've ever hatched. Let's see, one more. Yeah, it just looks like a normal. Well, this head's kind of light. I think that's a Trojan too. So we'll have to let these come out all the way. I'm definitely not the best at IDing stuff in the egg, but I think we got lucky and hit a good bit of Trojans. In the pastel and not in the pastel. So hopefully we just get the right sexes. I'd like to get at least one girl to raise up, but we'll give them a couple more days and I'll be back with an update before we put them in the hatching rack. So I appreciate y'all watching. We'll be back soon with an update. All right, guys, this is 23BPc30, which is a Trojan Pastel bred to a male Tristripe Hypo and a Tristripe. So hopefully the Tristripe Hypo sired it, and some of these animals prove out to be double het Tristripe Hypo. But we planned on keeping the Trojans anyway, so I figured letting them have the opportunity to prove het hypo would be worth it. So this right here is a Pastel Trojan, 100% het tri-stripe, and then hopefully it proves out het hypo as well. We'll have to shed test them to know. This one is a girl. Here we have the single gene Trojan, 100% het tri-stripe, and again, hopefully it proves out het hypo as well. That one's a female. And then here we have a pastel, 100% het tri-stripe, possibly het hypo. That one is a boy. Here's a normal, 100% het tristripe. Again, possibly het hypo. That one is a female. And then here we have another one. It's a normal, 100% het tristripe. Possibly het hypo as well. And that one is a male. So at least we got 2 girls out of it. We can plug that right into our Tristripe Hypo stuff. And hopefully hit the Trojan Tristripe. Hopefully hit the Trojan Tristripe Hypo. So I'm happy with how that turned out. I got a couple animals I can keep. So really looking forward to the future and seeing what these animals produce. Appreciate y'all watching. Until the next one.